I stood quietly outside the hospital room's door, the massive bouquet of flowers in my hands making me slightly lightheaded from their potent smell. Taking a deep breath, I opened the door and stepped in. He sat on the hospital bed, wrapped head to toe in bandages wet with burn salve. His eyes followed me around the room as I set the bouquet of flowers in a vase on the end table. I set my bulky frame in one of the omnichairs by his bedside. The bandages covered his mouth, preventing him from speaking. I doubted he'd be able to after what happened. I opened my mouth to thank him, but as I looked into those clear, icy blue eyes, I couldn't help but relive the past few hours. My house burned, flames bursting from the windows. I was screaming. My baby was still inside. I wasn't able to get to her through the fire. I screamed desperately for someone to help, but none did. I fell to the ground weeping, then someone yelled and I looked up. A human was charging across the grass towards my house, a soaked blanket in his hands as he smashed through the front door. The flames swallowed him as he disappeared inside. I watched on in stunned silence. Seconds passed by like millennia as the flames lit the broken windows in their frames. Then a shadow appeared, ringed by the flames spilling from the front door as they burst through. The human, skin peeling and charring black from where it had burned, his hair set ablaze, was carrying something that wiggled and squirmed in the wetted blanket. He knelt down, placing the blanket in my arms as my baby screamed for her mother. Then retrieving his wet blanket, he turned and ran back into the burning building, getting swallowed by the flames again. Another few seconds that lasted an eternity before he burst back through the door, carrying Maury, our family's pet dogrin. Letting the frightened animal loose, the human collapsed to his knees, clothes burnt away, skin charred black and cracked, revealing red raw beneath. A medevac siren screamed farther down the street as I cradled my baby. There was hardly a mark on her, thanks to him. When I was finally able to collect myself, I looked down, surprised to see a heavily bandaged hand gingerly curled around my own. Sniffling and wiping my tears away, I found my voice. I didn't get a chance earlier, but I wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you did. You saved my family. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Those icy blue eyes gazed back at me, something soft and sympathetic sitting just below the surface. The human gently squeezed and pulled at my hand. I leaned in so my ear was by where their mouth would be. A raspy, pained whisper came from beneath the bandages. It was the right thing to do. Don't worry about it. There was a soft beep and a sigh of relief as I pulled my head away from the humans, tears dotting my eyes as he pressed the button to administer a hit of pain medication. His eyes glazed over from the pain medication as I stood, barely holding back tears as I left the room.